Welcome back to the Center Square Daily. I'm your host, Greg Bishop, for March 9th, 2026. Now let's put Illinois in focus. Early voters across the state have been heading to their county election offices to cast early ballots for weeks, but Election Day is just around the corner, just over a week before the polls close. One of the big primary races everyone's watching across the state is the race for the Republican nomination to take on incumbent Governor J.B. Pritzker. I ran into Aaron Delmar. He's the running candidate for former State Senator Darren Bailey. Delmar was at a gun range in northern Illinois. He is the running mate of Bailey, who ran against Pritzker 4 years ago and lost. Bailey had a different lieutenant governor candidate 4 years ago. Before a potential rematch, Bailey and Delmar, they must fight to get through that race for the primary where there's 4 candidates, Bailey being one of them. You also have businessman Rick Heidner on the ballot, analyst Ted Dabrowski on the ballot, and DuPage County Sheriff James Mendrick on the ballot. I asked Delmar over the weekend about their confidence levels heading into the final home stretch and whether or not they're going to come out on top.
You know, I'm cautiously optimistic. Our polling shows us with a very strong lead. Our message is showing a very strong lead. Nowhere in Illinois history have you had a team like Darren and I, where you have somebody that is the intersection of Clay County and Cook County, rural Illinois and the city of Chicago, combining together for one team, for one goal, and that's to take our state back. And this is a tremendous opportunity that we can do so much more for the people of Illinois. We have the understanding of how government works. We've done it through the grassroots movement. Just from our petitions, we had 14,400 people, volunteers, regular, average day people that signed our petition to get us on the ballot. That's what a grassroots campaign looks like. We're not having paid canvassers like J.B. Pritzker or standing in front of Walmart trying to beg for signatures. The people want us, and it's all over the state, and the opportunity is there. We just need to go, and we need to work hard and get it.
On the issues, affordability expected to dominate the race. Last week in Springfield, Pritzker was asked about whether the minimum wage should be increased. Right now, it's at $15 an hour in Illinois.
Very important that we raise the minimum wage. I believe that we need to have a living wage for people, and it's something that we always ought to be considering. How do we put more money in people's pockets? You want to make life more affordable for people, help them get a raise.
Delmar said the real affordability issue is taxes are too high in Illinois.
He wants to increase the sales tax. He wants to increase income tax and making it unaffordable more than it currently is in Illinois. That's how you lift the burden of the taxes from people. Give them that opportunity to thrive in Illinois, not just survive. You know, as a small business owner here in Illinois, I was able to build my business and scale it nationwide. It wasn't because of Illinois. It was in spite of Illinois. That is the way that I think we can lift all ships, and we can start bringing people back because we make Illinois competitive. When you lose 250,000 people that don't come back and you lose that congressional seat, you lose your voice in Washington, but you also lose these people and their tax revenue. We could turn this ship around if we start bringing people back and spreading that burden across more people instead of those that just can't pick up and leave like others.
According to Wallet Hub, in a report they released recently, the land of Lincoln has the highest state and local taxes and the highest annual tax rates on median households, coming in 53% higher than the U.S. average. The lowest tax rates were found in Alaska, Delaware, and Wyoming. So it'll be interesting to see what other issues surface, but of course we've got to get through that primary. There is another Republican debate set for this evening in Northbrook, but only 3 of the 4 candidates will be there. Dabrowski, Heidner, and Mendrick set to participate. In that event hosted by Students for Illinois, Bailey is skipping the debate to attend a campaign event in Pekin. Primary election day, Tuesday next week, March 17th. Meanwhile, the Illinois Senate, they're returning to session this week, and they've got a bill deadline for Friday to see what kind of measures are going to come out of Senate committees. All of this while the House also has some deadlines on their calendar, but they're not in this week. They'll come back next week, and then it's going to be several weeks of busy activity in both the House and Senate as they march towards that May 31st deadline to get a budget passed. In other headlines for Illinois, the Obama Presidential Center scheduled to open with a series of events June 18th to the 21st in Chicago. The project was delayed several times since its 2021 groundbreaking, and estimated construction costs rose from $350 million to at least $830 million. A dedication ceremony is planned June 18th, followed by the public opening June 19th, and a community celebration June 20th and the 21st. Find those headlines and many more at thecentersquare.com. From my studios in Central Illinois, I'm Greg Bishop, and join us back here Tuesday for more stories impacting you, the taxpayer, from across the country, only with the Center Square Daily.